Well, folks, welcome back to the 7th annual Raid to Sell Memorial 9-Ball Tournament, combined with the Josh Northeast 9-Ball Tour. Mr. Mike Zuglin himself is on premises running this whole event. And we're coming to you live from Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island, a place you want to definitely put on your bucket list and stop in. If you want to do it sooner than later, we got a lot of things happening here. Watch the March of the Championship right here, March 13th at 6 p.m. Buy a hamburger and a Bud Light and take the glass with you is the special they have here at Snookers. Also, St. Patty's Day right around the corner. Jameson, the official drink. Let's get shamrocked at Snookers. March 17th, if you want to plan a party here, you better call them up real quick. I can tell you this room packs them up. St. Patty's Day, come on and stop by. The play is at hand. Jeremy Sossei versus Tommy Seminaro Jr. Folks out there might not remember Jr. He's been out of the circuit for a good, 10 years, I would say, or more, maybe 15, if I'm not mistaken, is what he said. I'm going to go through some sponsors a little quick here, folks, so keep your eye on the monitor. You see the memorial for Robert Leon, Mark Leon's father, March 12th through the 13th at Crow's Nest. Also April 2nd through the 3rd. So Mark Leon, MD Promotions, will be moving into Yale Billiards, Connecticut. Last tip tool you'll ever buy. wait, I gotta. Last tip tool you ever buy is right there on your screen. I do have that product in hand, and I'll tell you what. The website is lastforever with the number 4.com. Get over there and mention Upstate Al 20 as the promo code and receive 20% off right now. And here's an item that a lot of people didn't see. This is for folks that are starting out, that use the open bridge, youngsters that are just starting out. This kind of controls the cue stick from wiggling. It holds the firm. And not only that, you can jack up and shoot over a ball. Also, you can use it to jump with. Check them out at fingerbridge.com. Let's get down to the action and tell these guys that we are ready to roll. Jeremy Sossei, Tommy Jr., ready to go. They got the signal. Believe it or not, we got the Zug man sitting here, but he doesn't want to get on the microphone. Says he does enough talking already for 60 years. It was his birthday recently. He said he's not putting on a microphone only if he can't fill out a chart. Hey, notice the rack. Tommy Jr. brought his own rack. He got a Delta rack on the table. Not only that, it's got his name on it, Tommy Jr. It's got his name on it. It says Tommy Jr. on it. We had Tommy in the booth, and I tell you, he's one that's never lost for words. He's got a lot of road stories and battles, and he remembers Zuglin when Zuglin was Zuglin, knocking everything off. That's how far he goes back.
That's no good. Back up again.
Jeremy says it's great. Watch the 8 ball here, folks. Playing the 8 ball into the bottom right-hand corner. The wing ball's been going. Wow. Just missed. Well, we got a little trouble with the 5-9. I mean, the 5-8 out in the other corner. Nevertheless, the shot. Nevertheless, the shot on the 1. You know what he can do here? He can use more spin and just cut this in. He can actually cut this 1 ball in, but he's going to play safe. Kind of a mousetrap. The 4 ball, I'm not sure if it's in the way of the bank for Jeremy. He can kind of play a 2-way shot and duck the cue behind the 6 in case it misses. And if it does go in, he can have the 2-7 combination. See what Jeremy does here. Yeah, I think that 4 is wreaking a little havoc. So we're going to probably see him play safe. Now, these guys have been friends for a long time, but when it comes down to the table, it's strictly business. Might be able to see the paint, and he might be able to bank it. I got a professional commentator that has laryngitis. That's just giving me the telestrator motions. Bank the 1. Yeah, I don't know if he can see enough of it. Yeah, he couldn't. He's just spun it. That's even a better shot. If he got to the rail, it would have been a nice shot. He's left a shot.
I can't stand it no more. I'm leaving.
That was Mike Zuglin in the wings. He said he can't take it no more. He's leaving. Not quite enough. A stretch like that, he didn't really have enough speed on that. Get back to that 2 ball. Have a decent shot. Looks like the 3 ball does go. He's going to come all the way back down table for it. Instead, he elects to play the safe, using a 4 ball as a blocker. It's a makeable jump shot if Junior wants to go to the air. Instead, he's going to elect to kick it. Is this the Holly fight coming up? 552 big screens here, and the fight is on. She's screaming her head off. She's juiced and pumped up. Connecticut Bob, if you're listening in, pal, we wish you the best. Bob and Jeremy are real close friends. It's not going to work. Wow. I think he just hooked himself a little bit here. Sure did. Back to kicking. How about kicking and making it? Hit it solid. You know, at the time that Tommy was on the circuit and shooting his top game, Jeremy wasn't Jeremy Sossei that we know of today. Jeremy was just coming up. He was a youngster. He wasn't as good as he's playing now. Tommy Jr. also got inducted into the New England Billiards Hall of Fame and takes the first game here. 1-0. Or is it? I think it's the first game, right? I don't think it was ugly before, I'm not sure. It might be 1-1. 1-0. Censored. Larry Ross, okay with a question mark. Yes. Larry Ross is okay. The last I heard, Larry Ross was okay. He's at home and just recouping. Now, Junior used to be able to smash him. Watch the 7 here. I don't know. It looks like something jumps into the side pocket and back out again. Nelson's score on table 2 is 1-1. This place is, I can't say it, man, wall to wall. See your heads across the whole joint. Everybody's tuned in on this fight, Holly.
Table number 6, Dave Daggers and Oliver Petro. That's 6. Daggers versus Petro. Table number 6 is up next.
I don't know if Tommy can play the 9 ball from the position it is next to the 2. He might be able to make this 9. But, you know, it's the 4-8 combination, control the 1. I mean, the 1-8, control the 1, and then maybe play the carom, 2-9 into the corner. Went to break it down. Got below it. And it goes. The ball in hand. I think Jeremy flew off the table prior to this, so I believe he's on 2. I wouldn't be surprised if Tommy Jr. tries to get him on 3 by locking him. He's going to go for the run out. Wow. I don't know what he's trying to do. Is he going to just move to 3? Or is he going to play the 3-9? And he made it. Watch the cue ball. Tommy Jr. up 2-0. Racing a 9.
Table 7, Kyle Pepin, Sean Wilkie. It's on 7. Pepin versus Wilkie, table 7.
Wow, this looks like it's going to be a 1-ball, 2-ball, 7-ball, 9-ball combination. Or 1-ball, 2-ball, then 3, 7, 9 combination. That 7, 9 is just wired, waiting for any kind of contact.
Right on table 3, Steve Mack, Jason Shaw. Table 3, Steve Mack versus Jason Shaw. Table number 3.
Screams all over, and people screaming at the fight, and Jeremy Sossei just dead to the nuts, focusing on this break. Everybody else's eyes are up on the monitors and the TVs. Holly's in the chokehold right now. Some of these people screaming. I don't know how these guys can concentrate on their match right now. Holly survives that round. Seminaro Jr. back to this match as everybody was focusing on that fight, including myself and the match. Looks like he's going to put another beat up and go up 3-1. If it's happening at Snookers. 3-1, Tommy Jr. In 2 seconds here, Fox.
All right, on 12, Tom Bertrand, Rob Cole. Table 12, Bertrand versus Cole. On 12.
Quite welcome. Thank you, Jarrett.
All right, on 11, Mike Inman, Randy Levant. Total number 11.
If this entire crowd in here let out one big roar, it would sound like you were standing in front of Godzilla for real. That's how many people are here. 4 ball hangs up. 5 ball's going to clear to 6. Does it fall? Yes, it does. Holly's kicking to the face like she did against Ronda Rousey right now. We do know Joe Rogan. In fact, Tommy Jr. is sitting right here. I don't know if you're friends with Tommy Jr. Him and his wife Katie just went to the UFC with Joe. You know, when it's in town. Joe loves pool. Pretty good pool player himself, too. Looks like Jeremy's going to be safe here once again. With that 4 ball where it is, he's going to look for a jump into the 1 to make the 4 hanging, or at least tempt it. But if he kicks at this 1 ball, you want to kick at the top of it. You don't really want to get to the bottom of this 1 ball. That side pocket becomes huge when you do. You want to either hit it square or on the top side of it, just a little bit there. You want to hit it pretty hard to bring the cue ball back down table and try to hide it behind the 2-9. Oh, you got to hit it harder than that. That's where the cue ball spins down table. Left the 1-4 combination for Junior. He can get out.
All right, on 13, Mike DeShane, Ron DeSangio, table 13. Mike DeShane versus Ron DeSangio on 13.
3 ball.
Players, as soon as you're done with your match, come up with the result, please. We're looking at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning, Monday morning right now, so. We want to waste time, don't mind.
All right, we got a timeout. Put the camera over here just for now. As we got a timeout, and I can actually see some of the fights from here with all these big screens. Tate wants to wrestle, and Holly wants to stay away and stay on her feet. Around. You can see Nelson Oliveira in the background there. He's in a match. Score of his match now is 3-2. Not sure who's ahead in that match. He's playing Paul Dryden. Paul Dryden jumps out of airplanes. He loves it. Mr. Tim Perry on scene. Still in it?
2-1.
Oh, did you? Hill? And we are back, and you can see the earplugs in Jeremy Sossei's ears. He has brought them to the table. I guess the crowd and the chit-chat that's going around the rail about the fight is kind of disturbing. He's playing right along the rail here. He looked at me when he missed that last 7 ball like to say, they got me. Bob Medingian, a.k.a. the Doc, the veterinarian. Can't take his eyes off the huge screen when a fight is going on. Jeremy Sossei injects the earplugs on the 9 ball. 3-2.
Yeah, you saw who won over there, right?
That's falsified.
Really? Yeah. Hey. I don't see that a sport crap, right? That's flown in from Belgium.
All right, got the rack nice and solid. This time the wing ball, the 3 ball went right in, along with the 6 in the side pocket too. Shot on the 1, just not there.
All right, 14, Gerleo and Baccio. Mike Gerleo, Kevin Baccio on 14. All right, we got it on to you. This one is 0-11.
Looks like it's overcut and the cue ball escaped. Might have got a little fortunate though. I'm not sure if Jeremy can spin this rail first and pocket the 4. Is the reward there? Gate's big in this shot if he has to spin it off the rail. And he's got to get on top of the 5. I don't think he can stay below it with that spin. But he's got to at least hit it. How about that?
see it maybe about they got 5 minutes to get this video running. Over the
3-3. We are tied. Once again, Tate trying to put Holly in a chokehold and has her in a chokehold. Can he hold her in? Wow, Holly does the reverse and flips her over, but Tate keeps her in a chokehold. This is getting exciting. Nobody wants to rack the balls, including Tommy Jr. And Holly is out. Looks like she might even be out cold. Holly's on her feet, for those of you that are not watching this. Jeremy Sossei set the break. We're tied at 3 apiece here. Ring ball. Question in the chat, was this a B-side or a winner's side match? This is an A-side match, definitely a winner's side match you're watching right here.
Coming up on 11, Kim Strunk, Jim Prater, table 11. Strunk versus Prater on 11.
Hey, we're going to have Katie, Tommy Jr.'s wife, actually come in and sit down. You think she's going to be a little biased there? Very well could be. Not until we hear it. A surprise guest commentator, Katie, Tommy's wife, in the booth. I don't think she's going to be biased at all.
No.
She knows Jeremy.
Very well.
I'll tell you what, one advantage that Jeremy does have over Tommy, because Tommy really wasn't around when earplugs came into effect. And when the fight was going on, Jeremy was hearing all the chatter. He decided to block some of it out.
That must have been difficult because they were both really looking forward to these fights.
Yeah.
So they must have been sad when their match got called and the fights are about up.
Right. That's the only advantage I see. But you know Jeremy a long time. Tommy does. They're good friends.
They're very good friends.
But when it comes down to the table, it's strictly business. Take care, Sal. Sal, you leaving?
Yeah, Sal's leaving.
Sal Bev exiting the premises. Yeah, when it comes down to the table, it's just strictly business, right?
Yeah. they have a long history together. So, they're really good friends, and Jeremy looked up to Tommy for a long time when they were coming up, and then, Tommy kind of got out of the scene, and Jeremy's in it full force, and he's a fantastic, committed Connecticut player. He's an awesome guy, too.
Sure is. And that's one thing I did mention was, Jeremy was like practically a non-shooting pool player way back then when Tommy was in his prime.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's going to have anything to do with the psyche, but I think that's all over.
Yeah.
It's just...
But it is funny, though, because Tommy just popped in a tape not too long ago, about 2 weeks ago, of him and Jeremy playing in Chicago billiards.
Yeah,
and
Ralph
little Jeremy was like 13, 14 years old. And it was amazing to see him even then playing,
Probably going to stick the cue ball here, 3 rail to 7, just to play it safe. Stick the cue behind the 8. Like that.
Good shot.
Yeah. That'll get you at least an opportunity so far. I mean, I've seen Tommy kick one of these in already. And that's a good hit. He hit the lower part of the 7, sending the 7-up table and the cue ball in the opposite direction. I like that.
Tommy always says, always protect the stone.
Protect the stone and the cheddar. The 9 ball.
Have you told the people in the chat how many hundreds and hundreds of people are here?
I told him I see a sea of heads.
It's crazy.
Across the whole place. I'm even afraid to order something. I don't think I'll get it for about 4 hours.
Absolutely.
I mean, this place is mobbed.
There's a line outside of the building. People are sitting in the parking lot in chairs watching through,
Really?
through the window.
Yeah, you got outside TVs too.
Crazy.
Outside. And I was also telling everybody that Tommy and yourself were just down with Joe Rogan at the cage.
Yeah. I was actually just showing some pictures. That's always a really good time.
Yeah.
Always a really good time. Joe's such a good guy. He always takes us out and treats us. We always stop off at Amsterdam Billiards and play there. And it's a lot of fun. Yeah, he's a pool fanatic for sure. That's how they met.
Right, yeah. I told everybody Joe was playing pool prior to actually becoming any kind of commentator.
Yeah, absolutely. Tommy used to drive him around to some of his comedy gigs that were a little less than what they are now.
Believe it or not, it seems impossible that it's makeable. We'll go to the overhead and we'll take a look. It seems impossible, but I think it's makeable because it hits the point and it just might drop off the shelf. Now, Tommy, I don't know if that's legal, but this is the Jaw store. So he's got to thin this like a Gillette razor. Yeah, hit the point, didn't fall. Jeremy faced with a real tester. You just got to really roll this in. He doesn't have to do anything but roll it, and he'll have a shot on the 8.
Stop shot to the 9.
Yeah. Hey, you play pretty sporty yourself, young lady.
I try.
I saw one of the recordings on. I forget where you were. It's probably up in Connecticut somewhere.
We were at US 1.
Oh, well, you're okay.
Yeah, Jason Shaw, the room Jason Shaw plays out now.
Right. His in-laws own, yeah.
I like to play it. I love the game. I work a lot, so I don't
In
get
fact,
to...
you got out. I think you ran out of racket, if I'm not mistaken. Oh.
Yeah, I'm known to do that once in a while.
Uh-oh. She's sending out the bait, young ladies out there. Watch out. She's a hard worker. Well, Tommy in a little bit predicament. You know, he's knowing him, he's aggressive. He'll probably try to bank it.
Yeah.
Since the
Do
bank
it again.
Well, he's got a cut shot, believe it or not. He can cut this down the rail. But he can play safe and bring the cue ball right to the short rail like that. I mean, the 8 ball to the short rail and leave distance.
Tommy's such a shooter. Sometimes he doesn't always play the safe. He wants to go in on everything.
Yeah, well, a lot of people.
Not
like
always
that.
right, but you know.
Right. Lois Lane got me with my glasses on with Tommy. Believe it, I don't need my glasses for this. I need it for the chat.
Right.
Wherever the chat is, I got it up there somewhere. But I got to get a picture of it. How do you work this thing? Like this. Wait. Thank you.
No problem.
And I'll get that up on the internet as soon as I have time. All right, long distance.
What's your next gig after this?
I'll be in Brooklyn in Gotham City Billiard Club doing a Predator Tour stop on the 19th and 20th of this month.
Nice.
From there, well, then after that,
Yeah.
I'll be heading down to Super Billiards Expo.
That was unfortunate for Tommy.
You know, Tommy opened up in this game pretty fast. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. And now Jeremy, like I said, since he put the earplugs in. and you know, that originated from Shane Van Bonen. Shane, legally deaf.
Yeah. An amazing player.
He turns off those hearing aids, and people say he has the advantage.
You can't hear anything that's
Yeah.
going on in the
And
back.
then all of a sudden, these plugs that you use for pools and stuff started coming in different colors, and pool players are wearing it and trying it. I guess it does work. Kind of puts you in the zone.
Yeah. Definitely if you need to tune something out.
Yeah. I just want to take a look, if we can, at the back of Jeremy's shirt when I get a chance. He's got a patch on the back, and I'm sorry I didn't mention it. Don't know exactly what logo that is. You don't know, huh? Definitely Kamui. He's got a Predator patch. Anybody else know that logo that's on the back? Okay, Foxy, I got you.
Table 10, Victor Galbo and Ted Sorrows on 10. Galbo versus Sorrows on table 10.
Oh, Salt City Billiards is the patch.
I noticed people commentating on the fight in the chat.
What's that?
The Tate Home
Oh,
fight.
yeah, that's Ronnie Park. Tommy knows him.
Yeah.
Ron Park, real nice fellow. He's from the South.
That was a shocker.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Holly actually fought her way back, flipped Tate over, and then it was just chokehold right out the hole.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny because now Ronda Rousey will have a third match with Tate,
What's going?
possibly beat her again because she's proven that she can beat her twice already,
Yeah.
and then that'll set up the home rematch with Ronda again.
Hey, you know what? It just gets more exciting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I was mentioning it earlier where boxing was all about protecting everybody. You know, headgear, gloves on. You really don't want to. You want to knock the person out, but you want to protect
Well, it's funny because when the UFC first came out, it was all about, groin kicks were legal, downward elbows were legal, punching, kicking the guy on the ground was legal,
Do you think she has some experience with the UFC? Yeah, I would say so.
And, John McCain put out a real campaign politically against getting all of that taken away. He made people think that it was so dangerous, and it is dangerous. I mean, there's so much out now on brain
Yeah, but you
injuries.
could fall down off a curb and,
Yeah, I mean,
crossing the street. So.
we're not talking about adults who don't know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're making a career out of it, but there is head trauma, all that new medical advancement and technology.
There's also doctors on premises.
Right, and UFC is building a brand new state-of-the-art facility with the best doctors on site. So,
nice.
I mean, they do take care of their fighters.
Yeah.
But, John McCain led a big campaign against all of that, trying to make everybody feel like it was so, that's where the no downward elbows came from, no striking your opponent when their fingers or their knees are touching the ground, down opponent.
Yeah. But like you said, it's still dangerous.
Yes, it is, definitely.
And it's like anything else. There's people that watch NASCAR and cars just go around in an oval just waiting for an accident to happen.
That's true. I used to take my son to Loudon. We used to have tickets to Loudon every single year. And I was just talking about we'd wait for the crashes to happen. You're absolutely right.
So, hurting each other, I guess, it's pretty exciting. I like the UFC and,
I love
all
it.
the fights. Conor McGregor. We got cheerleaders in the chat.
On 3, Rodriguez Muller.
5-4 in this match. Tommy put another beat up on his side. And Jeremy Sossei up at the table.
Little kiss.
Yeah. Good roll right there.
Yeah, that was a good roll.
She's not biased. Come on. Tell her husband. Uh-oh. This table's funny.
Yeah.
That ball didn't have to fall.
No,
It's a
he hit a
special
diamond
cut.
up.
The cushions on this table are not the same as any other table in here.
Yeah, that's what everybody's been saying.
Yeah. So sometimes you hit a ball like that and it just jars and hangs on the shelf.
I love to watch Tommy play.
Yeah.
Especially when he hits a gear and he's being himself.
Yeah, prances around the table like
he
he
loves a crowd. Some of these guys that they don't want to play on a live stream, I think he's playing better because he's on the live stream.
That's what I told him. I told him that right here.
Absolutely.
I said, you are one that will probably excel on the live stream. Because he said, Al, I'm terrified to get on the live stream.
He loves it.
When Tommy and his dad used to travel all over the place to all different tournaments, you would have thought that Tommy's got the biggest ego and a hot dog in the world.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the shelf I'm talking
hanger.
about. You see, you hit that pocket and it hangs up. You can't see, he's on the other side of his wall.
Give him the finger.
Well, this is going to hurt, and in pool, when you do something like that, you're
He's beating himself up right now, I bet.
Well, your opponent's supposed to punish you, Jeremy can do it.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Punish him for sure. And vice versa.
Yeah, Tommy always says to me, there's probably a lot of people who didn't like me back in the day the way I was walking around the table.
No. You know why? Because that attitude actually was part of the game, and people still use it today. You got to have that confidence, that self-confidence to punch in that gear.
Absolutely.
Look at that contraption right there, folks. The newest thing on the market. It's called the finger bridge. Helps you with your stroke if you use an open bridge, like that gentleman's hand that's on the table there. This will keep your stick straight, help you make balls. It's good for training, all muscle memory. Not only that, you can shoot when you jack up over a ball and use it to jump. There's been a lot of experiments done on it. It's now available at www.fingerbridge.com. Back to the match.
That's interesting.
Watch the three. The three went right in the corner pocket. That's the wing ball, and that's the one that Jeremy's been making.
Shot on the 1.
Yeah, 2-7 combinations. Just make sure the 2 doesn't lie against the rails, then you'll cause a little bit of trouble. All that chat and loud voices you hear in the back, it's because of the pool match.
Yeah. Yeah. Just happens to be one of the nights where this tournament's going on and one of the most anticipated fights.
Yeah.
Dos Santos was supposed to be in this fight, and he got injured, and Nate Diaz stepped in.
You really got to put Snookers on your bucket list. There's 155 televisions around the whole place, and they run top-notch fights. They have no qualms about getting those fights for their customers. 4 ball into the corner pocket, 5 in the side, 6 in the corner, 8 in the side, and looks like it might be lights out in this rack anyway.
Ooh.
7-4. Jeremy trudging towards that hill.
Tommy's watching the.
Yeah, he's been doing that.
You know what?
The whole fight he's been doing.
Yeah, he wanted to see this so bad.
They see him.
Yeah.
He's looking up at the screens, watching the fight.
He's been waiting
folks.
for this. He's, one of the biggest UFC fans, and he really wanted to watch this fight.
The last tip tool you'll have to buy is right on your screen. It's Last Forever with the number 4.com. I do have them, and believe me when I tell you, they're all aluminum. They're lightweight, built really strong. They come in 3 different sizes. You got the dime, radius, the nickel, and the pro. And they're now on board as a sponsor. Free shipping in Canada and the U.S. And if you mention Upstate Al 20 in the promo code when you get to lastforever.com, you'll get 20% discount. So support the sponsors as they're keeping us on the road. Jeremy Sossei set the break. He leads here at 7-4 as the UFC fight starts to heat up.
Oh my man, his face. Ooh.
And we got a gusher.
Conor McGregor does not want to be on the ground with Nate Diaz. He's a black belt in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, God. You know the backgrounds? Yeah, judo experts love being on the ground. They love it. I used to work with one of the United States judo champions, Little Jimmy. We used to bounce together in Club Expo in New York City down in Manhattan. And there was about 13 or 14 bounces in the club, and he always told us, he said, if you see me wink my eye at you, get out of the way, because he was about to tear somebody down to the ground. And he was small. We called him the gorilla. He was a judo expert.
Yeah, there's judo, judoku, and there's jiu-jitsu.
You got me.
Yeah. Ronda Rousey is Olympian judoku, and Nate Diaz is like Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
I don't know any difference to what their techniques would be.
So judoku is a lot of hip throwing, a lot of motion and tossing with the body, with the lower body. And jiu-jitsu is more founded on grappling.
I think we're going to have to put your headset on one of these UFCs. I know you do. You're overdue. Shot, watch the side pocket. This table's pretty quick. Gonna get pocket safe? No, he's okay.
Yeah, he's fine. I'm gonna get hooked.
Pocket
by the,
safe.
Yeah.
We're keeping G-rated.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, well, it's after 12 o'clock, so it's okay.
You know what? I've been in pool rooms way too long.
I know. I got in the habit of correcting myself in the beginning. Katie was about to say that.
Yeah, I was. Oh, is that so?
Well, you got to navigate the cue ball. Back up for the four. It's right underneath Tommy as he leans over. I don't think Jeremy will call the foul, but if he does move the four, Jeremy will put it back where he thinks it was.
Nice shot.
Yeah. Don't get too straight. Got a little angle. He can spin out. He's throwing it at this side of the line. He's got to fire it right in the pocket. Yep. Now what you doing?
Now he's kicking himself right now.
You know, if he kicks the left side of it, yeah, that was a shot, but I thought he would spin the cue ball back in the direction behind the six. Now he's left. They're got a problem with this one mic. You're going to have to keep picking this up just a little bit. We want to hear you. We really want to hear you.
Yeah. The opposite of what Tommy says.
Been there and done it. And I'm still doing it. This is recorded. It will be on YouTube. So don't say anything wrong.
I'm holding my tongue. I don't usually practice. It's difficult trying to watch two things at once.
It is. This is what you call multitasking.
Come on, Connor. Oh my gosh. Diaz is such an underdog. If he runs, people are going to get paid. No way.
He's sending him in. Both fighters extremely exhausted at this point.
And Connor did go up from 145 to 170.
Well, that would make a difference. Meanwhile, Jeremy Sossei's trying to concentrate on his 8. Finally got his focus down.
Good thing he's got the earbuds.
Now he's watching the fight. Look at Jeremy on screen.
It's hard not to. Jeremy's a big UFC fan, too.
And I think this is holding the tournament up. Jeremy Sossei to the hill, folks. Listen to the crowd roar.
Oh, no. Oh, what? Oh.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Crazy. This place is going nuts.
A lot of people had money on this.
Oh, man.
Big money.
This is like a Rousey home situation.
Everybody's just walking right up to the street. I guess there's bread and butter to collect here. I'm not sure.
Is there a pool match going on?
Mike Zuglin's chewing his fingernails because we're going to be at 2 in the morning with this thing going on. We have to close the room at 2. Will this match finish?
Depends on who gets paid.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, man.
There's a chokehold coming up.
Yep. Locked in.
Oh, yeah. Got him.
Connor taps so fast.
Yeah, but he's tired to begin with. He's probably huffing.
Yeah, but you know what?
Breath.
When you talk that much smack, you can't tap out that quick.
When you're out of breath, listen, somebody's putting your lights out. You got to be in that position. Jeremy Sossei set the break. Go ahead.
You know what? You saw Holmes fight. Holmes didn't tap. She went out. And that's,
Yeah, she
that's
did.
a real champ.
Well, that's what, yeah. You know, that's the way I thought about it.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Too. What's up, Bob?
I cannot believe that just happened. You want to get in on this, Bob?
Oh, you got to let Bristol Bob come in. All right, thanks, Katie. Appreciate it. Thanks for the company, and the door is always open, as you know. You're quite welcome. For those of you that don't know Bristol Bob, he's on his way in. He used to road it with Kit Delicious many years ago, then started doing his own art, and now he's looking like the Hulk again. He's back in shape. He's coming in the box. Bristol Bob in the house. What's up, bud?
What's happening, sir?
What's going on? Well, Jeremy's on the hill. You got here a little bit late, but it's not over yet. Tommy's got 4. And Jeremy missed the kick.
What's he going to do here?
Tommy, he's got to run for the hills. He's got to run out.
He's going to get to the middle of the table. He's going to put the, yeah, there you go. And he's going to draw with like, I don't know, 6 o'clock. Get to the middle of the table. It's a little straight. He's going to have to force it. He's going to have to punch it with like 2 o'clock. Go straight to the rail. There you go. You need a little bit more
close.
English.
He got the love bump.
He did get the love
But
bump
the
there.
slide going across is going to hurt him. Unless he runs right into the
Well, the
net.
hard part is getting shape on this. Oh, he's just in give-up mode. That's what's going on. He's too into the fight.
Yeah, if he ran into that 9 solid, he would have held the cue ball.
This is a little tricky, believe it or not, right here.
7 goes. He should be.
Yeah, but you want to
right.
get this shot. You want to try to get on the side rail. See, he goes to the side rail. Uh-oh, a little straight.
A little close to the rail.
We'll just cheat the pocket.
These pockets are not that easy to cheat. I tell you, they look like, you know.
Oh yeah, it is a little bit shimmed, right?
Yeah, well, it's not only that. It's a little bit tighter than the rest of them, but it's cut like a diamond. These cushions. These are not cushion that matches any other table in here.
Okay.
Like Mike DeShane input.
What was the score of this match?
9-4.
9-4.
Tommy came out swinging. You know, for the Hills, took the lead quick. Anyway, we want to thank Bristol Bob for sitting in. He'll be back again. We'll come back with another match. I'm going to have to step out and take a little bit of break, stretch my legs a little bit. If Bob wants to sit in, he can sit in. I'll set up the intro. We'll be right back with another match. Thanks, Bob.
Sounds good.